said they synchronized the clouds. In some update that came out, they synchronized the clouds, which I don't even understand how you can synchronize stuff that was.
Hey, guys. How's it going? How's it going? Let's run over here real quick and let's do this. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's going on today. Today on the agenda, we're just going to do a little bit of flying. Just going to see if we can put some don't eat Yellowstone. Hey, Colonel, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? I spent the morning today building some new instruments. So I built entire dashboard here for the our instrument panel, I should say, for the X Cub. And you know what you see here, and what I see is you know, is what's represented over there. So I figured I would go ahead and try this out, try my instruments out, do a little flight around Yellowstone, do a little exploring here, and you know, and kind of see what's going on. Got a little float plane action going on here today. I believe we can see what that looks like. I might do a little bit of landing on a few lakes here. We might give that a whirl. See what's going on. Yeah, man. He woke up, so it's a good day. Absolutely, sir. Sure is. Sure is. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go back inside here. Let's take a look at what we got. Let's verify some of our instruments are working here with everything that I'm seeing. So, it looks like all my levers are working. Oh, let's take a look at my fuel down here. All right. So here's my fuel selector. Looks just like that fuel selector there, and that flips it over to the right. That flips it back over to. Nope. Do I not have? Oh, I don't have my graphics work left or right, and I can switch left or to the right, but apparently I can't switch back to the left, so I will need to fix that. I'll need to make a note of that, and go back in and do some instrument modification or some code modification. But let's go ahead and make a note of that and say left fuel. I can't select. All right, now we'll go in and we'll do some code modification in a little bit. So, all right, so that being said, how about we come over here and we look at our autopilot functions. All right, so, oh, well, you know what? Before we do it, let's look at the G3X first. Let's focus on the G3X, right? Okay, so if I touch full, right? Okay, good. I go to full. I go to split. Yeah, can I zoom in on my map? Let's see. There we go. There we go. Zoom in on my map. Okay, map zoom works good. How about pages? Can I change pages? Oh, look at that. Amazing. I can change pages. So I'm going to go ahead and set my departure here while I'm here. And this is my departure. And let's see, my arrival is Dylan. Yep. All right, there we go. We got Dylan in there. All right. I'm not on the VetSim network today, but I will pop over to the Unicom frequency. So let's go ahead and do 122.8. All right, get that in there. All right, got 122.8 on COM1. Let's go back and let's go to the map. All right, here we go. Oh, you know what? That's not really what I wanted to do, is it? I had a flight plan. Did it wipe it out when I did that? It looks like it did. I was testing a little flight plan. Yep. All right, so let me jump out. I think you'll give Airplane Heaven Cessna 140 a whirl. As in what do you mean? Flying it here? Or creating instruments around it? I'm going to go back out here and load my flight plan back up. I got to reach forward to hit escape. And let me go back to my main menu. Yep, I know. Just flying it. Yeah, man, I'll fly anything. You know, the 140's cool. 140's most definitely cool. All right, let's go in here to this, and let's do load, and let's pick this little one right here, and then let's say fly. And then let's give this little flight plan a shot here and see what's going on. I'll probably have to reset everything. There we go. Yep, because my instruments lost their pop out. So let me pop those out real quick. All right. Let me bring those over here and drag that. All right, we'll drag that in there and then grab this one and shoot it over here and drop it in. So I have that background. All right, now that we did that, let's go over here to weather because I don't want to fly real weather. I'm doing an exploration, so I'm just going to say clear skies. What's your favorite airplane to fly, Colonel? All right, we got that on. We've got beacon light, landing light. All right, everything looks good. Let's go do some exploring here. Let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, the 172, the steam gauges. I like flying with the steam gauges as well. I do like them. All right, here we go. Go ahead and retract my landing gear. Fuel pump, there we go. There we go, fuel pump's off now. I like being able to touch the gauges and stuff, so. All right, let's see, we're gonna fly out here a little bit and see where we end up, see if we can explore through here. That'll be the Grand Teton? Oh, you know what I did not check when I came over here? And again, I really, since I'm really not flying, I'm just playing, go ahead and bump up some fuel in there. Reduce my prop to about 2,400. All right, this looks pretty good. So we're going to leave Jackson Hole, and I want to fly all up through Yellowstone. I'm going to try to find and explore some of the more popular places around Yellowstone today. Just kind of take a look at everything. Fly, you know, not too high here because we do want want to take a look at some stuff and see if we can find some hot springs, see if we can find some waterfalls, see if we can find Old Faithful, as well as anything else that is going to be cool. Let's see what we come up with. The airport behind us. So this river right here, this is the Snake River. This is the river that that Evel Knievel jumped. Except not here in around Jackson Hole. He did it like in Idaho or something. It gets much bigger, but this is where the Snake River starts. Trim down a little bit, about 7%, see what happens. That might be a little much. Bring it back up. Man, the scenery is beautiful, isn't it? Scenery is absolutely beautiful. Is it not going to tell you? I am on, wait a minute, let me check. I thought that I was on US East, but let me make sure, because I did join Captain Arash the other day and I had to switch over to Europe. So let me make sure. Oh, I'm on Western Europe. Let me jump back over to East US. See what that's going to do to me. See if that lets me resume on East US. There you are. I see you. Got you up there. Look at that. Look at that. Awesome. So, Colonel Fork, the idea is kind of following the Snake River here, and we've got a lake, and then we're going to continue to follow it through some of these lakes and reservoirs with the range over here on our left side. And I think there's some waterfalls out here we can see. Kind of go north a little bit, and then double back. Then we're going to make like a 180, come back down south and pick up Yellowstone, and then turn back up to the north a little bit. There you are. Awesome. Awesome, brother. Awesome. And I don't think there's going to be a flight plan. I don't think it's going to show it. You can hit plan and see, but it's all going to be just a bunch of waypoints. There's no real navigation There's no real navigation that I put in here. Basically, just kind of gotta follow this all the way up to let's see. Way up to Tower Falls, I guess. Gonna go all the way up to Tower Falls. That's what I'm looking at on the map here. So we will follow that. So this is Jackson Lake. This is one of the largest high altitude lakes in the United States, by the way. And off to our left, we already passed it, but off to our left back over here, this is Grand Teton. All right, so let's see if we can jump outside. Oops. Jump outside, turn the map like that. So this is this would be Grand Teton over here, and then this is Jackson Lake. We'll follow this up to Lake Yellowstone. And the Lewis River. So coming out of the north side of Jackson Lake is going to be the Lewis River. And that's named after Meriwether Lewis, the commander of the Lewis and Clark expedition back in 1803 to 1806 when they were out here mapping the Western Territories. Oh, cool. You can actually see I got a little nav map open and you can see it right there. So that's what our flight plan, the little flight plan that I planned out, that's kind of what it's going to look like right there. All VFR flying today, no waypoints. Adjust my trim out a little bit. It is. This is an absolutely amazing area. I love flying around here. I've done a couple bush trips in the area, and it's just absolutely amazing. Now you can't land out here, unfortunately, because this is national park. You can't land out here on the water. You know, we're out here in the park, but there's a couple little runways. You know, that you can get into. passage. Yeah, really, really beautiful. Is that what you're in? You're in the 140? I can back it down a little bit here. I don't mind. I'm in no hurry. So let me pull my throttle back here a little bit. Pull my prop back. Slow my airspeed down. You're indicating 98 to 100. All right, yeah, I was indicating about 104 or something like that. I got to trim. Let me trim back up, and I'll tell you where I am. Right now I'm below 100, and I'm in a little bit of a descent, so trim up for what I got. Yeah, I'm slowing down now. 95, 94, 93.
There's always something on the agenda. Make time for simple joys with Simply by Frito-Lay. Enjoy
Of the Chevy Bel Air.
like Simply Cheetos, Simply Doritos, and Simply Ruffles. Made with ingredients you can feel good about. No artificial flavors or colors. Simply by Frito-Lay.
All right, so this should be the end of Jackson Lake now, and then that's going to mean that this is the beginning of the Lewis River as it empties out into the lake. Man, the scenery is just absolutely amazing. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful out here. All right, now I'm at the Lewis River. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think this flight's going to be recreated, by the way, with this Friday. That's another reason why I'm kind of flying it now, just to go ahead and take a look and make sure that that everything is good. This Friday morning. Oh, Colonel Fort, thank you very much for hosting my stream. Thank you. This Friday I'm going to be flying this with Shoney Gaming. I'm going to be doing a cabin crew takeover with him, and I'll be hosting this flight again at that time. So I'm flying a lot slower now, about 78 knots. I'm going to do a slow turn here to the left and see if it'll gain you some ground with me. It's going to do a 360. All right, roll back out over here over to Lewis River. Take a look behind me. The next point of interest here is going to be Lewis Lake. I see you back there. Man, just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, we're going to follow this north at this left branch. Man, this is just so relaxing. You tossed it on scattered clouds? Nice. Man, that's beautiful. Look at the rapids down there. That's just amazing. That's amazing. $500. Let's see what we got here with. Wow, look at a waterfall down here. That's pretty neat. The rapids. Wow, that's kind of cool.
Motion detected at the front door.
Uh-oh, motion detected at the front door. So this little lake right here, this is Lewis Lake that I'm coming up on right now. So there's like a campground over here that has hot springs. Oh yeah, oh man, you can find tons of places over here like that. This, if you like fishing, I mean this area that we're kind of flying, I mean this is like some world-class fly fishing. I love to fly fish, and there's like some absolutely world-class fly fishing, you know, in this area. Let's see, take a look behind me. There you are. You ought to be right about at the lake right now, I think. So we're going to cut across the land right here and jaunt over to Yellowstone Lake. You could literally get lost up here. It's just amazing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of cruising around about 85 knots. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the way I feel too. I'm in no hurry. I'm just kind of enjoying the day off here. You know, like I said, I thought I'd work on some instruments and get that out of the way and give me a little more level of immersion here as I fly, you know, like bush trips and stuff like that, and then go from there. This is probably, outside of Alaska, this is probably one of the most beautiful places to fly. Oh, we're right down here. Oh, there's like a little hot spring flying over it. Alright, so I'm approaching the shores here of just past the hot spring. Alright. Here's a little campground. So I'm just passing over to campground before you get to the shores of Yellowstone Lake. Now I'm passing right over the shore of Yellowstone Lake. Yellowstone Lake, you know, is the largest body of water in Yellowstone Park. It's 7,732 feet above sea level. It's the largest freshwater lake above 7,000 feet in the United States. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're right behind me. Colonel Fork, do you have the X-Plane or the X-Cubs from Bush League Legends? Yeah. For everybody that's here, I mean, it's free. We've got a couple people in here. You can get the X Cub, several different variations, a Tundra version, big tires, a cargo Tundra version, the float plane version, which is what I'm using now. They're all free, and you can get them off their site. Just look for Bush League Legends and the X Cub. The X Cub is a kit plane, actually. If you go look it up, they're kit-built aircraft. And we are just doing a lazy afternoon flight through Yellowstone, kind of winding up and down through the park. We are flying over Yellowstone Lake now. Just enjoying the scenery. Looking for some waterfalls. We flew the Snake River, where it comes past Jackson Hole, the river that Evel Knievel tried to jump in the 70s, that he failed at. And we're kind of following the Lewis and Clark expedition. We went up the Lewis River, past Lewis Lake, past Jackson Lake, now Yellowstone, the highest altitude freshwater lake, largest freshwater lake, above 7,000 feet in the United States. Just enjoying the scenery. Viper Strike, how you doing, sir? Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us and watching us as we fly through Yellowstone, just on a lazy Monday afternoon. Oh look, I did my FedEx Friday and I didn't change my name. It's got my FedEx number on the side of it. We'll deliver some packages as we're on our journey here. All right, we're going to turn north here in Yellowstone, and we're going to go past a location called Fishing Bridge. Fishing Bridge is one of the most famous fishing spots in the U.S. for cutthroat trout. Fishermen kind of been coming to this area and Fishing Bridge since the early 1900s. It's also the entry point for the Yellowstone River, which is considered to be one of the greatest trout streams in the world. You guys do any fly fishing? Great, Viper Strike, I'm doing well. Just did a short bush flight in the Zen-Shock Ultra. You're welcome to join us if you want to. We're flying on US East. We flew out of Jackson Hole. We're flying to Dillon, Montana, and we just basically started our flight. We're over Lake Yellowstone now, just getting ready to kind of fly into or fly past Fishing Bridge at the north end of Yellowstone Lake. If you want to enjoy some beautiful scenery through Yellowstone, as we see if we can find some waterfalls and hot springs and Old Faithful and a few other Easter egg surprises along the way that I'll call out as we're doing this. You're welcome to join us. More the merrier. I don't mind at all. Viper, where did you fly to when you did your bush flight? Those that are joining us, we're just kind of flying through Yellowstone Park, exploring some of the waterways, the rivers, the lakes, the hot springs, the geysers, the waterfalls, and just enjoying the scenery. Oh, flew through New Mexico. Cool. Cool. Some beautiful scenery in New Mexico, too. The southern United States, there's a lot of beautiful scenery in it. All right, so I'm about to hit the coast here, and this starts the beginning of the Yellowstone River, and below us, this will be Fishing Bridge. And now we'll be following the Yellowstone River. Oh, nice. That's great. You had a good 4th of July, had a successful stream to Atlanta. Very, very good. Very good. That's awesome. To me, a successful stream is one where I'm here and I'm just enjoying the scenery. This to me is just amazing. Doing, Microsoft Flight Simulator, the scenery is just so absolutely amazing. To be able to come in here and fly places that you normally can't fly, or that you normally might not be able to get to in real life, and just be able to look at all the great things here that nature has to offer, the world has to offer, and all the different places across the globe is just absolutely amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Independence Day is always a good day, absolutely, Colonel. It's always a good day. All the streamers out here, all you guys have, all the people here in the stream, you guys have a good Independence Day. We've heard from a couple. Trust everybody had a good one. Mine was pretty good. I have a Texas Healer. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Texas Healer, it's a herding dog, half Aussie Shepherd, half Blue Healer. And they're a real breed. He is deathly scared of fireworks, so I laid on the floor with him for most of the evening as he panted and trembled from everything that was going on around us, but he was all right as long as I was there with him. He did pretty good. So. But I had a good time. We cooked out. We had some family over. My mom, my brother, and, my in-laws, which I get along great with. They were here. We went over to the neighbors. So we did have a good time. All right, so over to the left right here, this is Dragon's Mouth Spring. So I'm gonna fly right over here to it. Dragon's Mouth Spring. There's a cavern over here, and it resembles the open mouth of a dragon. And basically, sulfur, steam comes out of it. So it looks like a dragon's breathing. It's right here. Flying around over it. So as I spin around here to the right, make a circle. This is Dragon's Mouth Spring. The old explorers that used to come over here, when they were coming over here way back, they thought that there was a sleeping dragon here, hence the name. Dragon's Mouth Spring. Yeah, I agree. Microsoft is going to come out with I'm excited. They come out with a lot of stuff, and they're really invested in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is really good. it can very easily be one of the best flight simulators on the market. I really truly love how they're open. They're so open about third-party, sharing information with third-party developers, like myself. And, I created here, the X-Cub, I created the entire instrument panel for it. And, I have it here using all of their events and everything like that. Dev mode, which I fly in Microsoft Flight Simulator, they make it real easy to get, events, variables, and stuff out, and allow you to communicate with the software through the API, and it really is cool, and that just drives it even further, right? It makes more people interested in it. All these people that are out there, making aircraft for it. People are making some really nice, aircraft. The DC-6 is one. The Turbo Aero and the Aero, that's another. I mean, there are just so many wonderful add-ons. It's crazy. Yeah, that it is. That's something, they just need to work through it. And so far, I've been really amazed. So far, they've been pretty responsive to stuff, right, Viper? When there's been issues and stuff like that, they've applied fixes pretty quick and provided the community, flight sim community at large, a lot of updates, and have been very responsive to things that are broken. Now, some things, granted, take longer than others, and we still see random CDTs and those kinds of things that are always annoying. But to look at it as a whole, as to what was released, not even a year ago. Coming close to a year, but it hasn't even been out for a year, and look at all the advancements, look at everything that they've done, and the effort that they put into it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Those of you that are following along with me, Colonel Fork and Viper, is this a good pace for you guys? Again, I don't think anybody's in a real hurry. We're just kind of enjoying the scenery, following some rivers, looking at some stuff here. All right, so here's the upper and lower Yellowstone Falls that we're coming up on. Look at these waterfalls down here. This will be the lower falls. That's amazing. The upper and lower falls. Look at this. Look at those waterfalls. Man, that's cool, isn't it? Look at that. That's pretty cool. The upper and lower falls. All right, cool, awesome. Boy, the river really cut through the rocks here over time, hasn't it? Look at that. This is Silver Cord Cascade right here. Another waterfall. behind me now, but it was just off to my right wing. Kind of turned a little bit to the right. Silver Cord Cascade. It comes out of that little lake. It comes out of that little lake, and it's a waterfall that goes all the way down to Yellowstone. I don't know if I saw any water, though. Trying to see if I saw any water. I'm going to fly back down here and look. It's kind of like right in here. It's right here. I'm flying right over it. So this is Silver Cord Cascade. Don't really see any water, but you can kind of see where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like right there. Silver Cord Cascade. It plunges 1,200 feet down into the Yellowstone River. Is that waterfall right there? Although you really couldn't see any water, but you could kind of see where it was. There's like little pond and stuff, and guys, how's it going?
AT&T TV has it all.
All the shows that get you attached, and limited contracts that get you stuff safe. All the hidden treasures you haven't seen.
All right, let's see.
Things your eyes can't see. AT&T TV is the best of live and on demand. No hidden fees or annual contracts. Learn more at AT&T.com.
And it's kind of crazy. Flying, following the Yellowstone River here. Yeah, there is a lot of turbulence. Hey, who'd I miss? Splasher. Hey, Splasher, how's it going? How you doing today? Yeah, so Splasher, what we did is we left Jackson Hole, and we flew from Jackson Hole into Yellowstone. We went up the Snake River and across Jackson Lake, and then followed the Lewis River, named after Meriwether Lewis from Lewis and Clark, up to the Little Lewis Lake, and then over across Yellowstone Lake, and then past Fishing Bridge, and that's where the Yellowstone River comes into the lake. And now we've been following that past Dragon's Mouth Hot Spring and a couple other points, the falls, the upper and the lower falls, which you could see, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which was pretty neat, kind of amazing. We're gonna fly up here a little bit more, and then we're gonna cut back to the south and see if we can find Old Faithful and fly around Old Faithful and some of the other hot springs and the beautiful, some of the beautiful scenery, and I guess across like Red Rocks and over towards Montana, follow some waterways over there, and land in Dillon. It's gonna kind of be the flight for today. Just a little, absolutely amazing little journey here of exploration through Yellowstone. Favorite song from ELO? I don't know if I have a so-called quote unquote favorite song. I'm kind of weird like that, so I don't really have like a favorite song. I really don't have a favorite band either, per se. I like all genres of music, from, you know, old school country to new country, and this is no particular order, right? Country does not come first on the list because, again, I don't have any particular order. But the old stuff, new stuff, you know, some hip hop and even some rap. I'm kind of like an old school metalhead. I like heavy metal. I like old rock, 70s rock. I like stuff from the 80s. Yeah, Mr. Blue Sky is good from ELO. You know, just a wide variety of stuff. I mean, sometimes I listen to classical. I play guitar and drums, and you know, played in a band for a little bit, and but I was a jazz trained guitarist, and I like jazz. I like the blues. I pretty much just enjoy everything. I listen to, you know, classical guitar. I listen to classical piano. Just pretty much everything. I think everything has. There's a mood for everything, right? It's you know, it's wild. I mean, I'll be driving down the road, and it's like sometimes you know, you get in like a bunch of traffic. I live in a really big city, and sometimes you get in a bunch of traffic. You know, you just want to put like Ludacris on. You just want to be like, move, bitch, get out the way. You know, and other times you want to be more chill, and it just you know, I'm kind of all over the place. You know, that being said, like I said, I really don't have, you know, favorites. Because I like everything. I mean, I'll just jam to everything. It's no problem with me. I'm easy. Yep. All right, so probably going to swing around here up this valley around the backside of these mountains and see if we can swing over towards down towards Old Faithful. This is Tower Falls right here. This will be Tower Falls. Another big touristy place, Tower Falls, below us. Right there, named for those towery rock outcroppings. Now we're doing some backcountry flying, so now we're going to be way back up in here in the wilderness. That was like just the other day, just like yesterday. I was sitting here, my dog Ringo. He loves it when I play the guitar. He'll go over there and touch it with his nose when he wants you to play it. So it's like the other day. I was sitting here playing the guitar. I picked it up. I played what I played first. I was just sitting there hitting some notes, just playing some stuff, and played like a little bit of what was it, like Redemption, and then. I strung a few chords or something like that, and I'm like, oh, some Deep Purple going on. Let me play some Deep Purple. So just whatever. Ozzy was playing some Ozzy the other day, some Iron Man. Just whatever. Yeah, Backcountry Flying Viper. That's that's the best. I mean, especially, you know, like around Alaska, and just the scenery, you know, is just so amazing here. And just to chill out and enjoy some music and do a little bit of flying. All right, I've ridden my motorcycle a couple of times through northern regions of Yellowstone. Chief Joseph Highway and Beartooth Pass to Red Lodge, Montana, beautiful area. Yeah, Beartooth Pass. That's a pretty cool place. Our in-laws, we have a camper too, and we pull it around and do stuff. Our in-laws have gone to Beartooth Pass several times, and they keep telling us that we need to go. Also, there was like some place up in Montana that they went to last year. They tried to get us to, or no, year before last, I think that they tried to get us to go to, but we didn't do it. And we're thinking about doing it now. It was in Montana. They like disassembled or repurposed, I guess I should say, some railroad tracks, and these railroad tracks go through the mountains like some tunnels. It's now a bike path, and you go up. You can get a shuttle, put your bike on a shuttle, go all the way up to like the top of the mountain and ride it down, which seemed like it would be a pretty cool idea. I just don't remember what it was, like right off the top of my head. We went a couple years ago to Moab, and I was living in Colorado at the time, and we went to Moab and went all the way through like into Arizona, the northern rim of the Grand Canyon, Mount Zion. Hey, Grumpy, how's it going? Good evening, sir. Good evening. We are flying, just flying. Nothing in particular. We're kind of going through Yellowstone. We left Jackson Hole. We flew up through up to Snake River, through Jackson Lake to Yellowstone Lake, up to Lewis River, following kind of the Lewis and Clark passage there along the river, and visited some waterfalls and fishing bridge, and now we're kind of doing some backcountry flying, cutting back down to the south, see if we can find Old Faithful and some of the other places here. Hey, there's like some green. Wow, there's like green water or something right below me. It's like neon green. Yeah, Moab was actually surprising, as much as you hear about Moab. You know, we went to like Arches and Wild Horse Park and all those. Moab is really, it's kind of really small. It's actually like really small. We got to pick up a little bit of altitude here. We got a little peak to get over, so just a heads up for those guys behind me. I'm up about 9,300 now, still climbing. So I'm gonna put a little power to it here so I can kind of get over this. See if we drop down the other side. Yeah, not too bad. I'm about 9,600 and I cleared it. So those are you guys that are behind me. Yeah, at 9,600 feet, I cleared it by 500 feet. How's everybody doing today? Enjoying your Monday? Denver. Actually, 2 times. First time in the 80s, I lived in Colorado Springs. I was stationed at Fort Carson. And then most recently, from around 2006 to 2010, I lived in Denver. I worked in Boulder at the university.
There's always something on the agenda.
Yeah, Centennial. Yep, South Denver. Absolutely.
Simply by Frito-Lay.
That's like where all the tech is in Denver. All the high tech stuff is all around Centennial Park.
Made with ingredients you can feel good about. No artificial flavors or colors. Simply by Frito-Lay. For more reasons to smile, click or tap the yellow
Yep.
button to discover where you can find
You still back there, Viper? I know you were back there with Colonel Ford. Yep, I see you guys. Both of you guys back there.
At Finley's Fitness, personal trainers shouldn't have to personally do everything.
All right, let's see. We got a waterway down here, a little river.
Indeed can help them hire the people they need.
Yep.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes
Yeah, we got another waterway to follow here.
Visit Indeed.com/pay and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Now I'm going to drop my altitude a little bit here. Get closer to this water. Yeah, probably like about 9,000. Yep, it's gone over there. Oh, I don't think this is the way I want to go. I want to spin back over this way. There we go. Yeah, Grumpy just relaxing, watching some TV on Twitch. Or after work, watching TV and Twitch, yep. Awesome, awesome. What do we got over here? Virginia Cascades. So there's another waterfall right here. Virginia Cascades. Come on. Virginia Cascades right below me. Oh, you're flying for... Oh, what you were about to say is that you're flying to Denver for your series Play Ball this upcoming weekend for my stream. Okay, cool. Planning for it to be on Saturday at 1600 Zulu, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And where are you flying from? Oh. Guys, this is the Norris Geyser Basin. Right? There's a giant number of hot springs here. It's also home to Steamboat Geyser, if you guys don't know about that, which is currently the world's tallest active geyser. So all these are geysers down here. Look at the scenery. Wow, look at the colors. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so Norris Geyser. I got to fly around this a little bit more and look at it. So the Norris Geyser Basin, there's like a whole bunch of geysers here and hot springs. And Steamboat Geyser is the world's largest geyser, and most people kind of think maybe, you know, that Old Faithful is like the biggest. Old Faithful is certainly the most popular, but Steamboat, check this out. Steamboat will fire boiling water 1,600 feet into the air. 1,600 feet. As a comparison, the pictures that you see about Old Faithful only shoots hot water, boiling water into the air about 130 feet. 130 feet versus 1,600. But this geyser does not, it's not on a timetable like Old Faithful. This one, who knows? Nobody knows. It's all up in the air. I think the last time it erupted, if I'm not mistaken, was maybe like in the 90s. I could be wrong, but it's massive when it lets loose. You'll be taking the X-Cub and you'll be flying it from Glenwood Springs to Denver through Aspen and Colorado Springs. That is awesome, Viper. Saturday, okay? Saturday at 12. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to join you for that. That would be really awesome. I would like that. That'd be really cool. Yeah, the geyser needs an FAA license. You're right. You're right. I mean, it's insane. I encourage you to go look it up and check it out. Again, not tremendously familiar with the history, no park ranger or anything, but it's quite interesting to say the least. Norris Basin is really, really cool in that aspect. This week is the MLB All-Star Weekend, so that's why you're flying to Denver. Got it. Follow this river. We'll follow this river down here for a little ways. God, the scenery here is just absolutely amazing. Look at that. Look at the scenery. Absolutely amazing. That is unreal. Guys, that is unreal. The reflections that were coming off that water is just crazy. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, I guess if we keep flying this heading about 180 degrees, coming out of Norris Basin, we ought to get to Old Faithful. Uh-oh. I forgot to flick my fuel, and I've been running off of one tank. I got an imbalance. That's all right. I'll just leave it on my right tank. Let it run it out. Beautiful. All right, did we lose the Colonel? Oh, heading off for a bit. Hey, absolutely, Viper. I thank you very much for stopping by, man. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for following along. It was fun to have some company. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you on Saturday over there on your Denver flight. As we continue on and we enjoy Yellowstone. And the scenery that it has to offer us.
It makes a difference when a community gets thousands of new jobs. It makes a bigger difference when all of those jobs are more than double the federal minimum wage. All Amazon employees make at least $50 an hour. Employees aren't the only ones who experience the impact of the starting wage. Neighbors like Letty and Joel of East Brew Cafe and Bakery in Eastville, California.
Let's see what we got here. We can see our fuel.
See their story
Yeah.
about Amazon.com.
Oh yeah, we do got a little bit of an imbalance. So we got to run some out of the right tank.
The Bacardi Summer Watermelon Pudding, made with Bacardi Superior Rum, fresh watermelon juice, and grapefruit soda. Click or tap below to get Bacardi delivered right to your door. Then gather your friends for the ultimate summer cocktail party. Bacardi, do it, Boots. Live passionately, drink responsibly.
All right. So next stop here in Yellowstone is finding Old Faithful, which should be up ahead of us here a little bit. Should be up ahead of us just a little bit.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates, as well as
And again, the scenery here in Yellowstone is just absolutely amazing. Just amazing.
$5 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Look at this. Just amazing. see. Glenwood Springs to Denver. All right, Old Faithful should be just ahead of us over here. Should be just ahead of us. Man, I'm telling you, just some beautiful scenery. I can't get over it. We've had such a wonderful flight here through Yellowstone. Still got a ways to go as we fly into Montana. Alright, I'm guessing that this is going to be Yellowstone. I mean, Old Faithful right here. Old Faithful, certainly the most popular geyser. Erupts about every 65 minutes for about 2.5 minutes each time. Throws about 8,500 gallons of hot water into the air. And this is going to be Old Faithful right here. Oh, stay there. There we go. We're going to fly right over Old Faithful. There we go. There you go. Right below us. Right below us. Awesome. Old Faithful. Right down there. All right. Let's head north again. See what else we can find on this journey through. Oh, okay. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. Man, that's rough. I know those crashes to the desktop. CTDs, but not a problem. Not a problem. Old Faithful behind us there. It'd be really cool if it was erupting, right? I guess we could probably fly around here for about an hour and see if it erupts. Yeah, I bet they will. I bet someone will. Absolutely. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Man. This is truly God's country out here. This is just beautiful. I've had such a wonderful time flying this today. And we still got more to see. As we head towards Dillon, Montana. probably about we're probably about halfway through. This is only about the midway point of our journey for today. Look at these pools, right? Look at these pools down here. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at these colors. This is amazing. Look at this. That's crazy. All right? And that is Grand Prismatic Hot Spring. It's the most photographed thermal feature in Yellowstone Park. It's the largest hot spring in the world. Contains bright bands of orange, yellow, and green rings surrounding a deep blue water. NASA uses that for microbial research. That's pretty cool. In the 1950s, they tried to siphon that spring, that hot spring, because people throw stuff in it all the time. So they tried to clean it out, so they siphoned the water down. And what happened was the water got down to a certain level, and then it erupted like a geyser. And I don't know if anybody was hurt when it did that, but when it erupted, it expelled socks, bath towels, 76 handkerchiefs, $86.27 in pennies, and another $8.10 in coins. How crazy is that? Threw all that stuff out. So if you want to clean it out, all they got to do is siphon the water down a little bit, let it erupt, and it'll clean itself out. Grand Prismatic Hot Spring, most photographed feature in Yellowstone. Oh, Colonel, man, that sounds like something out of a Mel Brooks movie. You're absolutely right. It is, isn't it? All right. Let's see. For those that are going to fly to Yellowstone, we're going to go over the airport out here. So this is we're coming up on the Yellowstone airport. And we'll fly directly overhead of that airport as we take a new heading towards Montana and see what the differences are between Montana and Wyoming. Beautiful. Look at that, just beautiful. Get a kick out of that, still throwing down my oh, Grumpy. The game just looks. The graphics are just absolutely amazing. I mean, they've really done a good job. You know, there's glitches, right? You see some weird anomalies and stuff sometimes, but I mean, where else can you see what we've seen today? I mean, how many times do you really get an opportunity to take a 2.5 hour flight all over Yellowstone? You know, and see all the waterfalls and all the major hot springs and geysers. I mean, you can't fly over this stuff. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
Oh, this has been all manual flying today too. No autopilot. No autopilot. You know, not using. I mean, I created a bunch of waypoints, right? I created a bunch of waypoints in Little Nav Map, and I did bring them. In, but we're not using autopilot or flying any of those. Oh, Grumpy, do you you're waiting on the console released, then you could fly over to UK. Do you not have the PC version? Okay, all right. You don't have a PC, only a Series X and PS5. I'm behind the times. Man, the only Xbox I have, I got an Xbox 360. That's it. That shows how old my system is, and I don't hardly play it. I haven't, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've turned it on in 2 years. But the cool thing, you know, with games that are optimized for the consoles, I mean, they really look good too. I mean, the games are really really cool. So you should really enjoy that. You should really enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. I don't know about flying with a controller though. I have a controller here that I just use for the camera. I haven't tried to fly with it. Pretty much everything. I got the Alpha yoke and the Bravo and a variety of other instruments. Touchscreen, 22-inch touchscreen that I use Air Manager, and I design all my own instruments. So I make all my instruments look just like the cockpit. If you looked at the X Cub, if we popped inside, that's a representation of what I have here in front of me. And you know, everything works. I can touch everything on my screen that activates everything on in the game. All my switches here work. If I push a switch, it moves here on my display as well as over there and makes a clicky sound and all that kind of stuff. I enjoy that. More immersion for me. It's not for everybody, but you know, we all got to enjoy. But I have a friend that he flies with an Xbox controller. He plays on PC, but he flies with an Xbox controller, and it's crazy. All right, Splasher, you have to go. Have a great rest of your flight. I absolutely will. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. No, Colonel, there is no wrong way to enjoy this. Absolutely not. You know, whatever people, whatever people have to do to be able to fly or enjoy it, whether you have a yoke and a throttle or a joystick or a game controller or even a keyboard in some cases, you know, whatever it takes, just do it. But it should be killer on the Xbox too. Yeah, there's no right or wrong here at all. All right, so here's the Yellowstone Airport as we fly over center field, or get ready to fly over center field. If you were going to fly in, this is where you do it. It's not a very big airport, but I honestly think that, like a while back, they used to fly 737s in here, which is like insane. I don't think they fly 737s in here anymore, but I think they used to. You just bought a new 4K monitor for your consoles. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. I have not yet upgraded to 4K monitors, mainly because I have kind of so many. And there's the airport as we fly over midfield. Yellowstone Airport and a small terminal. You can see a few aircraft down there, see some vehicles driving around. That's awesome. All right, we'll take a new heading towards some lakes in Montana. I have 27-inch monitors. I've got 3 of them, and I recently just moved one over to another system. So now, kind of in front of me, I have two 27s. You can kind of see the bottom of one right there. And then I kind of have my flight set up here, which is on a table. I built this, well, it's not a table. I built a stand. I built a stand for it, and the yoke is mounted to it, and so is the throttle quadrant. I got the radio stack mounted to the top of the throttle quadrant, and I got a G1000 mounted to the top of that, and then I have my touchscreen. But it's got handles on the side, so I got pushed up against the computer desk, and the keyboard is on the other side of it back here because I don't never use the keyboard. And I fly here looking at the monitors, and when I'm done, I can just grab the handles on each side, and I can pick this whole thing up, and I can move it out of the way. It stays connected to my PC. It's like on 9-foot cables, USB cables, which is only one, because I have a USB hub on the back that I have that looks like a circuit breaker panel that I was going to kind of make like a circuit breaker panel. And I can turn each USB port on and off for all these devices. And it's got a little LED light. But yeah, I just grab it and move it around the corner and get it out of the way, wheel my chair back up there to the desk. So yeah, I've got gaming monitors, but they're not 4K, so low latency. But they seem to do the trick. I should probably get me one here in the future, but I haven't decided. I don't know if I want to get a big one that's curved and have more real estate on a single monitor that's curved, or keep doing what I'm doing with the multiple monitors. I guess if I add more devices like this that I'm plugged into, because right now I've got 1, 2, well here I used to have 5 monitors plugged in, HDMIs. Right now 4, because this counts, the touchscreen counts as one, the G1000 counts as a second one, and I have 2 27s. Still toting that fuel imbalance up there for a little while. Let's see how it's doing. What I got up there. Wow, it's only just come down below 20 because the other one was at 15. Yeah, it's just above 15. No, it's not, is it? It's 10. Wow, this one's like half. Alright, I thought it was at 15. Boy, that was a heck. We're going to be running on this tank for a long time. Oops, a little off course. That's what happens when you're not using the autopilot. That's what happens when you're not using the autopilot. what's the next?
AT&T TV has it all.
Red Rocks Lake.
And none of the contracts that get you stuck. All the hidden treasures you haven't seen, and none of the hidden fees your eyes can't see.
Well, not quite, I guess. Not quite to Red Rocks Lake. Henry's Lake.
AT&T TV is the best of live on demand. No hidden fees or annual contracts. Learn more at att.com/TV.
Yeah, let me zoom out here on my map and see what we got.
It makes a difference when a community gets thousands of new jobs. It makes a bigger difference when all of those jobs are more than double the federal minimum wage. All Amazon employees make at least $50 an hour. Employees aren't the only ones who experience the impact of their starting wage. Neighbors like Letty and Joel in East Newcastle and Baking, Eastville, California, feel the impact of that extra spending. See their story.
You know, so one thing we haven't done? We haven't done a water landing. Let's try a water landing. What do you think?
Starts with small moments. Make time for simple joys with simply
Let's
by
go
Frito-Lay.
inside
Enjoy favorite snacks from brands you
and
love,
let's try
like Simply Cheetos, Simply
let's try a water
Fritos,
landing.
and Simply Ruffles. Made with ingredients you can feel good about. No artificial flavors or colors. Simply by Frito-Lay.
go ahead and
For
throw
more
our,
reasons to smile. Click or tap the banner below to discover where you can find Simply Frito-Lay snacks near you.
On Henry's Lake.
I'm hungry.
Yep. The gear's up. Gear's up for the water. Look at that. Boy, it bounces a little bit on the water, doesn't it? What do we look like outside? Look at that. Look at that. It's hard to see. All right, let's reset our flaps. And let's give it some juice. There we go. We're airborne. Did a little water landing. Not bad. Not sure really how the game really kind of reacts to landing on the water like that. Kind of hard to judge where the surface is too. We've got a little bit of a fuel imbalance. Raise the flaps up. Yeah, I'm hoping so. It was pretty funny. So check this out, Colonel. I was flying around the Keys, and I was just kind of flying off coast, and I was like, oh look, some cool little islands, you know, like off the Keys, and I landed a couple times in the water. Wow, look at that! Is this a big house down here? Somebody have a big house? Come on, stay forward. Look at that. Somebody's got a big old house down here. Anyway, I was landing, doing some water landings, and it was the first couple that I had ever done, and I was like, I'm gonna fly up to this island. It was like a small little island, and I figured, you know, hey, there's kind of nobody there. I'm just gonna fly up to it, and maybe just like I normally would if I was in a float plane, find a little island somewhere, fly up to it, you know, have a cold drink and whatever, snack. So here I go, I land, and I point the plane towards the island, and I kind of run up on it, go real slow, you know, and just kind of nose up to the island. Well, when the aircraft stops moving, I figure, okay, I'm at shore, and I was like right there, right like at shore, and that's where I got stuck. Like literally, I couldn't go forward, I couldn't go backwards. I kind of wedged myself up on the shore, and I figured, well, I'll just lower the landing gear, because if you lower the wheels, like if you were on dry land, like on a runway that was next to water, and you had the wheels down on the boat here, Microsoft Flight Simulator on the floats, you could go forward on the wheels, and you could like go down a boat ramp or go across the land and get in the water, and then you could raise the landing gear and you could continue on floats. And I figured I could just do that, right? No, that didn't work either. No, I was hardcore stuck there. I tried for like 5 or 10 minutes trying to get off, turning, everything full power one way or another. Nothing. I was done right there. So I had to restart the game. Stuck on an island in the Gulf. I honestly believe that the popularity of things like bush flying and group flying were underestimated by Asobo before the release of the sim. I think you're right. I think they really underestimated the popularity in general, as a whole. And you look at the previous history that Microsoft has in the flight sim world. You know, their simulators have always been popular. You know, to an extent, but they've always been a quote-unquote game. Oh, I better pull my RPM back. Wow, stroking along at 2,700 RPM on the prop. So they've always kind of, always been just kind of gaming. That's just the way they've been, I guess. They've had a following. People have always had it. I've had previous versions of Microsoft Flight Simulator, probably still do on a CD somewhere. But I think they just astounded people, when they incorporated, Bing graphics and maps and things like that, and added the level of realism. It's catching on by storm, and everybody's enjoying it. Now they're going to do the Xbox thing. Yeah, it's wildly popular. I don't think they thought, like you say, I don't think they thought that it was going to be this crazy or this big of a wild ride for them. But it is, and, good for them, because that just means that ultimately, we hopefully get a better product. And I say that just based on previous performance, right? So far, they've put a lot of effort into making it better and fixing stuff. And you We talked about this before, and I think as long as they're willing to reinvest into the product, it's going to be really, really good. You know, really good. All right, now these lakes right here, this is Red Rocks Lake, and this is a wildlife refuge. So we're in Montana now, and interesting thing about Red Rocks Lake and this wildlife refuge is the trumpeter swans. If you've ever seen trumpeter swans, they were nearly extinct, like in the early mid-1900s. There was less than 200 of them in the entire world, and by like the year 2000, there was thousands of them. You know, like thousands of them, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 of them fly down from Canada down here to the lake. But yeah, this is kind of like their hangout, which is really cool. Red Rocks Lake. And again, you can see the red rocks where the lake gets its name. Gotta love it. AT&T commercial.
It makes a difference when a community gets thousands of new jobs. It makes a bigger difference when all of those jobs are more than double the salary.
I guess there's a point of interest here as well. Lakeview or airport maybe.
Neighbors like Letty and Joel, East Bay Cafe in Bayfair, Eastville, California, feel the impact of that extra spending.
Yeah, it's gonna be Lakeview Airport.
Dell's Summer Sale event is limited quantity deals, including up to $400 off Dell XPS computers and gaming nerd gear, all powered by Intel Core processors.
Grassfield, I'm guessing, maybe.
Spotifyers, click your tap the banner to listen to Summer Hits. All the hits you'll need to make your summer sizzle. Brought to you by the all-new Green Road.
So it's interesting, you can kind of see the terrain, how the terrain has changed now, just going from Wyoming into Montana. We're roughly at the same altitude. But sure looks a little bit different. Yeah, the Lakeview Airport. Oh, cool. Just installed the float and Tundra. Yeah, I like the Tundra. Big tires, pretty sweet. It's like a gravel airport, I guess. Guess I could do this, right? Yeah, kind of like a gravel strip, grass, gravel. All right, what's our next little thing that we're going to come up here? Lima Reservoir. Oh, Lima Reservoir has some crazy good trout fishing in the area. for all those fly fishers out there. It's really isolated back here. Kind of flat. Oops. I need this. My chair's in a rut. Ah. But man, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful out here flying so far. Yeah, the X Cubs, Colonel, they're fun. They're fun to fly. They can fly really, really slow. I like them. They kind of look good, And again, when you're, I like the steam gauges, like you had mentioned earlier. I mean, I like those, and I most definitely think that they're appropriate to have an aircraft. I also like this as well. I mean, I fly the TBM, and this is what I'm used to, right? The G3000 suite in the TBM, and then this is this is very similar. And of course, this is the G3X Touch that's in here, and that they also sell this, and a lot of kit planes put these in there in the X Cub. But I like it. I mean, I'm kind of used to it, and it's pretty neat. Has a lot of features. I like having a lot of the features that are here. It's pretty cool. It's enjoyable. Most definitely enjoyable. Yeah, I like both. I do like both, and I like the old ones as well. Again, there's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way. It's whatever whatever people are most accustomed to. Is what's gonna be best. Yeah, it's man, it's so beautiful. Even the difference in the terrain here, you take away the trees and everything, much less trees in Montana, but just the colors. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at this. This is just crazy. beautiful. Have I ever tried VR in the flight sim? No, I have not tried VR in the flight sim. I have VR. I've got the older version of the Oculus Rift. And I bought the Oculus Rift so that I could have that level, that extra level of immersion in Elite Dangerous, because I played Elite Dangerous for a long time, a really, really long time, and you know, actually enjoyed it. The reason why I don't do VR is because of this, because of my instrument panel, right? That's the reason I don't. With VR, I lose this level of immersion. I would have to do things by touch, so you could do that, but you know, then I lose this. I lose my instrument panel, and you know, and my gauges that brings everything up here for me. That's mainly the biggest reason. So my Oculus, it sits over here in a box, and when I play Elite Dangerous, I break out a joystick, and I've got the X56 joystick and throttle, and I hook them up to my Logitech rudder pedals, and I fly like that because I can do all that by touch. And then I use voice command or voice attack, and the things that I don't have mapped to one of the buttons on the throttle and the joystick, which I keep in my hand. You know, I just call out voice commands with voice attack for all the rest of it. So that's pretty much you know, what's going on in regards to that, and yeah. Oh, I like it. I like the, you know, the customizable features there. So that's really, really cool. Really cool. How about you? Do you fly a lot VR? Do you use a lot of VR? Yeah. I mean, I could see that. Hey, Captain Arash. Welcome, sir. Welcome. How are you doing? Oh my gosh. No way. No. No. Oh, look at you. Oh, Fabio. No way. No way. Oh, look. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Oh, thanks. Call it. Thanks for the follow, the guys. Thanks for the follow. We appreciate it, Fabio. No way. You. Oh man, so many. Titanium now following us. Titanium. Thank you. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Zolzamar now following. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are coming in and catching me. We've been flying all around Yellowstone today. We're just kind of doing a backcountry trip. Citizen 6 now following. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, man. You guys are incredible. You guys are just incredible. Man, Omega, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Crazy. Crazy that you guys are going to come out here and raid me. Man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Vado, thank you. Oh, man, guys. Oh, man, I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. Thank you. Thank you. Tell us about my setup. Sure, absolutely. What do what do I have? Man, airlock, thank you. So I run an Alpha and a Bravo. I've got a flight deck here. I have a flight table that, like an instrument panel that I built. Kirkness, thank you. If I mispronounce anything, I apologize. I've got OBS way over here on another monitor, and the text is kind of small. I got to lean forward to it. Mo Airline, thank you. So I use an Alpha, a Honeycomb Alpha, and a Honeycomb Bravo, and I got a Logitech radio stack right here on top of it. And I've got a G1000, a Garmin G1000 unit here, fully functional G1000 unit sits on top of that. And Pans, thank you for the follow. I've got a 22-inch touchscreen here. It's an Asus, and I run Air Manager. Captain Bombasso, thank you. I run Air Manager. I write my own instruments, believe it or not. So all my instruments I program in Lua. I've written all of them, and I map them to the actual aircraft. So in this particular aircraft, I'm flying an X-Cub, and if we pop in here and we look at the interior, of the X-Cub, I've modeled my instrument panel after this, and all the buttons and switches, these things are all functional, guys. If I touch my touch screen, I've got a knob down here. I can adjust, just like this, right? You guys can see, I can turn a knob and I can adjust everything, all my settings and everything like that. Autopilot, full 100% control over the flight sim, right? I can, basically anything that you see that you can do from within the sim. I can do here just by touching, the everything here. So it's pretty cool. Zoom in and out, right? Look at that. So I can kind of see everything that's going on. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup here, and I do this for every aircraft. So when I get a new aircraft, I look at the panel and I customize it. So I'll make all my own instruments, and they're photorealistic. Man, hard ass, thank you for the follow, guys. If I've missed your name, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. It is greatly appreciated. It really is. I mean, really is. The 8-Bit Gamer Dad, thank you for the follow. But that's the setup here. So I have these instrument panels. I'm doing a around the world trip on a TBM, so I have a TBM panel. I've got a Cessna panel with steam gauges. I've got this one for the X-Cub. I have them literally for everything. New airplane, new panel, and I try to Dergasius, if I pronounced that correctly. Thank you for the follow. Sherlock, thank you as well. Sherlo for the follow. Stooner, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Captain Arash, yeah, it is. What type of plane? So this is, and I got to catch up, man. You guys, you're much love. So this is what I'm flying today. So today I'm flying the X-Cub by Bush League Legends. It's a free aircraft, float plane. I've been just VFR ground navigation through Yellowstone. I took off this afternoon from Jackson Hole, and I'm flying to Dillon, Montana. We flew up and down. G Dice for you. Thank you for the follow. I flew out of Jackson Hole up to Snake River, across Jackson River, Bagnario. Thank you for the follow. across Yellowstone Lake, up Yellowstone River, past Dragon's Mouth Spring, News Ponds. Thank you for the follow. All right, the DC6. Yeah, you know what? The DC6 may be a tough one to build. I don't know. I don't have the DC6 by PMDG. I'm leaving that to Fabio. Fabio is the expert in regards to the DC6. I'm a turboprop kind of guy. Hi, it's Ben. Thank you for following. Thank you. But yeah, Fabio is most definitely the expert in that plane. Commander Decode, man, you guys. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Unbelievable. From the bottom of my heart, I mean, thank you. You guys are so kind, right? Red Painter Gamer, thank you for the follow. I'm convinced that if I stay here long enough, he will take out a fully cloud-like guitar and start singing some ZZ Top tunes. Hey, you know what? We were talking about that earlier. Thanks for the follow. I do play guitar and drums. As a matter of fact, if I take my green screen down, you're going to see a big drum kit back there with some guitars and stuff. So yeah. Mark, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. So, you know what? What did we do today? We did that. Captain Evelyn, thank you for the follow. We flew all through Yellowstone. We went by Old Faithful. We went by Norris Basin. We went by, all the springs. We called them all out. We visited everything. P-Bowl, thank you for the follow. Just flying through Yellowstone. That's it. Nothing in particular. Winkle now follow. Thank you. The DC6 would be easy. It's all made from Lego. Nothing really works. It's all just show. Oh, Airlock Doc, man, is hosting my stream. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And now we're in Montana, and we're just flying. We're looking at the change of scenery. VTOR Banting, awesome. Thank you for the follow. Man, 154 viewers, you guys. You guys are insane. You're insane. Thank you. Polar Vortex following. Man, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Great setup, Captain Seppi. Thank you. The dude, Airlock Doc, it's funny, man. Somebody the other day was like, I was like the Big Lebowski. I was like the dude on the Big Lebowski. Yeah, I was like, that's funny. Sherlo, thanks for following. Oh, man. It's, pushing 200 followers. Unbelievable, guys. I just come here to enjoy the scenery and just share it with you guys. I mean, just sharing, what I love to do and have a good time. I mean, we were flying here with Colonel 85 a little while ago and Viper and just, enjoying the scenery and talking about Yellowstone. Dunk Mac, thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. Hey, hello, sir, from another much over 50 gamer, RHT. Yep, thank you. Yep. Yeah, I'm an old guy, right? You can look, right? Look at me. Right? Old guy, all tattooed up, It's like a biker dude sitting here geeking out, flying an airplane, but it's 50 is not old. It's the new 30. Yeah, you're right. All right, Colonel, have a great stream. The love is well deserved. Dude, thank you. Oh, man. Colonel is another great streamer. Thank you very much. Fabio, glad you rated me, but not surprised in the least to find a cool stream. Dude, man, Fabio, Much love to you. Much love to you. You know that I watch you all the time, and you are so knowledgeable in what you hand out to people, your knowledge and everything, the way you share it. I mean, I learn stuff there all the time. I'm a real life pilot, and I learn stuff all the time from you guys. You keep my mind sharp. Dykus, now following, thank you very much. Wonderful stream, you know, man, I love your stream, Fabio, and God, thank you. I can't tell you enough, thank you. You know, a lot of love to you guys over there. He is a legend, absolutely. I said that today. I was in a stream earlier and I told you, I said, Fabio, you are a legend. And you said, no, you are, sir. Fabio, you are most definitely a legend. You most definitely are. But this is me. You know, this is me. I'm Captain Seppi. Hey, you know, come fly with Captain Seppi. Come hang out with me. Come have a cold drink. You know, sit down, have a beverage, and let's fly. This is what I'm about. I'm about looking at the scenery. I'm about enjoying it. I'm about doing the bush flights, you know, around Alaska and in the mountains you know, flying FedEx flights on Friday, delivering freight out of Anchorage, Alaska, and I got an around the world trip. I do a leg every Wednesday, and I stream on a regular basis, but I should probably stream more. I stream a couple times a week, and usually in the evenings, you know, but I enjoy it. If you guys want to come by and chat and have a drink and even fly with me, come on, fly, get in the air, and let's enjoy some of the scenery. I mean, look at this. How can you not enjoy the scenery in Montana and Wyoming and Alaska? This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. Yeah, okay. So flying a float plane in a dry state, that's attitude. Be ready in case there's a place to put down and fish. You know, hey, I already landed this float plane in Montana. So just keep that in mind. You know, we did land on Henry's Lake, actually, right as we came into Montana. You know, there's some good trout fishing here. I gotta tell you, there's some good trout fishing here. So, you know, float planes have wheels too. Shameless Clown, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. The server I'm on, it's not telling you. Look, guys, I'm kind of I'm a techie guy, right? I'm in the industry, but the server stuff, there's some stuff that works. Like you can see my route if I have a route. I don't have a route today. I'm just flying VFR. I did create something in a little nav map and brought it in, but I didn't create anything in SimBrief or anything like that for this flight. Just kind of flying, like I said, through Yellowstone and Montana. And actually, I may keep flying. I may fly up to Bozeman. I was going to end it up here in Dillon, but I may keep going and go up to Bozeman. Go land in Ennis Lake in the Madison Valley. Great fly fish. Oh, Montana flying. Look at you. How awesome is that? You know that's a fly fisherman right there. Montana flying, I make my own bamboo fly rods by hand. I buy cane from Asia and I split it and I make you know, my own bamboo fly rods. It's I love it. I love fly fishing. It's one of my hobbies. Making bamboo fly rods. I live in a good area for it, so it's not been bad. But there's some the route that I'm taking. Ironically, I'm taking this route because of the fly fishing. So I came out of Yellowstone. I went across Red Rocks. You know, I mean that whole way into Dillon here, through some of these reservoirs. This is some of the best fly fishing in the world, and likewise the same thing in Yellowstone for some cutthroat, you know, fishing bridge at where the Yellowstone River dumps into Yellowstone Lake. Man, some of the best cutthroat fishing in the world. But yeah, I mean this is great stuff out here. Great stuff out here. Oh, you lived in Ennis, so that's cool. That's cool. Is it Ennis or Ennis? How do they say it out there? What else? I'm gonna try to catch up on some stuff here. I'm scrolling I'm scrolling back in my chat. It's making my window. Who did I miss? Went through 14 people, but I got to see my good day. Yeah, I mean, all you guys. If I missed you, the love is there. I promise you. I promise you. I didn't intentionally miss anybody. You guys, there were so many follows coming in that it was just crazy. So again, I thank you all really honestly from the bottom of my heart. It's awesome. I'm glad to have the company, right? Which is to me the greatest thing. It's just to have people here to talk to and be able to share, this kind of stuff with. And again, I mean, the scenery out here is just so amazing. There's a lot of history out here. I mean, the Lewis River, Lewis and Clark. I mean, coming out here, Lake Lewis and Yellowstone, all this stuff. I mean, this is just amazing, amazing stuff out here. Polar vortex, no problem. I think Coffee House is rated. You landed in moderate weather in DC. Good stuff. Keep it up. Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Man. Oh man, I got so much love today. It was. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, the green, the river, right? So you got the river that runs through here, and you can kind of see that it's green all around here. You got moisture, and you got some farms over here on the left side of the road, and they're probably pumping water and stuff, but it's cool. And you look out, and it's arid, but still beautiful. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Another farm up here, kind of got a circle. That's kind of cool right there. You see that? It's just neat. It's just absolutely beautiful. This was an absolute amazing journey today. Coming out here and flying through Yellowstone and across Montana, and it's just been really great. Let me jump in here real quick. I got to jump in here and look. I got to take a look at my fuel because I had a slight imbalance before. So I'm down to about 10 gallons there, and looks okay. So I'm even. So I'm gonna let this go for just a little bit more, and then I'm going to swap over to my left tank, which is cool. I actually got my fuel knob right here too, so I can flip it at any time. Yeah, you can really see it. It's a beautiful place for a chill flight, absolutely, and that was the goal for today. No autopilot, no waypoints. I didn't put nav data in here, although I did do a little nav map waypoints. I actually just did waypoints with some user points of some things that I wanted to see along the way, like some of the waterfalls and some of the other things, and Old Faithful and Norris Basin and some of the other things, Yellowstone Airport, and then coming over here towards Dillon. But basically I've just been flying these rivers, and just making my way, towards Dillon, all hand flying for today, which is a big difference. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy, the hand flying, the bush planes, the slow flight backcountry stuff, just looking at the scenery that you never get to see, stuff that you never get to see, or very rarely have the opportunity to go see in real life. How often do you get to fly, backcountry like this through Yellowstone and Montana? But it's awesome. It's very awesome. Earthquake Lake is a cool spot near West Yellowstone. I'll have to put that on the agenda and go back and do some more exploring and take a look around at. Polar Vortex says, looking forward to more of my streams. Have a great day, Captain Seppi and all. Polar Vortex, thank you very much, sir. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out and hanging out with me and chatting. Very, very much appreciated, sir. I very much do, as all of you guys do. But yeah, man, you guys are crazy, man. I was not expecting that. You know, you never expect that. That's not what you strive for. You just strive for enjoying life and you know, and sharing what you have with everybody else. And again, thank you so much. That's crazy. Yeah, it is a great way to start the week. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it's a great way to start the week. You know, I think next weekend there's a streamer, Viper. He's going to be doing a bush trip from what? So Viper Strike, he's going to be going from Glenwood Springs to Denver. And he was in earlier, and he was flying with me as I went through Yellowstone. And he was talking about that flight, and I'll probably join him next Saturday as we fly that. It'll be a lot of fun. Get some bush planes out. I love the bush plane stuff. Slow flight, you know, again, enjoying the scenery. Man, I mean, this is just absolutely amazing to look at, you know, to look at this kind of stuff. I mean, this is just crazy. And we saw some really cool waterfalls today too, right? There's some really cool waterfalls out there today, which I was kind of surprised about, that you would see, you know, see the waterfalls and the rapids on the river as you're flying over the river. Captain Arash, I don't want to interrupt your flight plan, but is it possible by any chance to do a lake touch and go? Yep, absolutely. What can? Wasn't there one behind us? Here, I'll turn around. Look, no time like the present. Here we go. Because I don't know what's going to come up here. So let's go back. Yeah, just for a demonstration. Absolutely. Let's go back. I have found that the lake landings seem to be a little rough, right? In most cases. I think they need to iron some of this out. But let's see what we got here. So let's boost everything up. Let's get our prop speed forward. Let's pull back on our throttle, and let's reduce our speed here. Let's come back into this lake, and let's take a look at this. All right, so for float plane, your landing gear is up when you retract your landing gear, right? And for water landing, and then you lower them for landing on, you know, on pavement, on land. So so here we go. Let's bleed off some airspeed here. All right. Get down to flap speed. Let's drop a notch of flaps in here. All right, now for the sake of landing, there you go. Let's pop inside so you can kind of see what's going on. Get some flaps in here. All right, let's get our feet on the rudder pedals.
You love listening to your favorite artists.
All right, there we go.
Love listening to you. So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey, and you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music.
All right.
With Spotify Premium. That means you can enjoy.
I don't know what the altitude of the lake is, so I'm just kind of judging it.
Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
There we go. There we go. All right, if we go outside, there we are. On the water. There's a little water landing for you. All right, and if there you go. Beautiful out here, isn't it? Look at the water. Isn't this it's better looking this way. What do we got behind us? We got a lot of water behind us. All right. So yeah, that's a water landing. Basically the same thing. Going to land on land, except we put our landing gear down. All right. So I'm going to turn around here. Let's put our flaps up to take off. The only thing that you got to worry about with water landing is the depth of the water. If the water is really yes, you have rudders. All right, so I'm going to go and head back off of it right here for a second so we can talk about this. There are rudders. When the gear are up, then I guess the rudders are down, and it's, I guess, symbolic. You're going to use the rudder pedals, and it's going to turn those. And at least with like the X Cub here. It's a little rough when you're coming down on the water because I don't think the mechanics are necessarily there or baked in good enough like they should be to, to make like that super smooth landing. You kind of skip across the top of the water until you settle in. It's a little bit, it's a little difficult. So, yeah, it's going to be nice with the particles in the next update. You're absolutely right. And Airlock Dock, so want a beaver on floats and skis, heck, even the Beechcraft Type 18 and the Twin Otter with floats and skis. Yeah, absolutely. It's really going to open it up with a bunch of different aircraft. So to do a water takeoff here, it's the same as taking off on land, roughly. And just so I can do this the right way, let's go ahead and jump back in the aircraft and let's give it a little bit of throttle. I got my flap set for takeoff, and we're gonna see what this is like here. I can get away from that. And it skips a little bit like that. You see a little bit of that. All right, we're up at about 30, and we're about ready to take off. There we go. We cleared the water. All right. There's nothing to raise in regards to your gear because your gear is already raised. Right. Let me increase the manifold pressure here. All right. Let me raise my flaps up. Man, look at the scenery. Some of these buildings and stuff over here. All right, we can jump back outside. There we go. Yeah, so that's basically it. Water landing. Yeah, not a problem. And again, what I was saying is the shallowness of the water. That's what you have to watch out for right now. T-Mark59, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Captain Seppi, and I'm your pilot for today in this bush flight through Yellowstone into Montana. When was my first solo? So that's an interesting. This is going to be an interesting answer, okay? Because there's an official and there's an unofficial answer to this. My father was a naval aviator, and he had a plane. So unofficially, I flew in a 150 that he had for a while, and Okay, so that's not necessarily a solo. He didn't really let me take the plane, so that's not really an answer. But that's about when I started flying, when I was about 15, 16 years old. And, you know, that was 40 years ago, believe it or not. And my first solo, I got my pilot's license and started flying about 25 years ago, 30 years ago, I guess maybe about 30 years ago. I never was going to get my pilot's license. I never really intended to get it, but I did, and started flying. So yeah, T-Mark 59. Hello. So there's your answer. Who's that? T and DeWitt. Ask that. But then I've had periods where I've flown and where I haven't flown, and I've flown and I haven't flown. I keep bouncing around. Between the two states. I'm not a commercial pilot, so you know, I don't do that as often as you know, I don't fly as often as I should. How many other pilots are in here? Cool, T-Mark 59, cool. Student pilot, pre-solo, awesome, awesome. Student pilot from 20 years ago, looking to get back into it soon. Awesome, yep. I got my IFR. Oh, congratulations on getting your IFR. And who's that? Evox Snow, now following. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, the IFR is, you know, is a difficult rating. There's a lot to it, and you really need to really trust the airplane, trust what you feel, trust the instruments, trust everything that's there. I remember when I was working on my IFR rating as a young IFR student, I thought it was okay, and my instructor always used to take me like to the worst weather and fly me in rain and fly me in clouds and fly me in stuff. And I remember one day flying at night. He liked to fly at night. I remember flying one time at night, and he asked me for my pencil, and I may have said this in one of Fabio's chats or something, but he asked me for my pencil, and I was like, okay, here it is. I handed him my pencil. He threw it down on the floor by my feet, and he said, oops. He says, you know, pick that up. I'm reaching down like this. I'm like fishing around, you know, trying to get this pencil. And I sat up, and when I sat up, I had an immense case of leans. The worst case of leans I've ever had in my entire life. It felt like the airplane was turning to the left the entire time. And while I was flying, I kept wanting to turn to the right to compensate. And you know, he kept telling me, watch my instruments, look, trust your instruments, trust your instruments. And I would turn back to the left and bank to the left, and then I would feel like I'm leaning way far over, and it was miserable. It was the most miserable 20 minutes of my entire life until we broke free of the clouds. And when we broke free of the clouds, you know, it all goes away. You can see the horizon. It's like it never existed. You know, it was absolutely crazy. And flying under foggles and stuff like that. Yeah, just you know, it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Student pilot, soloed last year, and partial panel approaches are fun. Yep. Yeah, congratulations on your solo last year. That's an awesome achievement. Yes, I did. I did receive my IFR in the end. let's see. Uh-oh.
Sure, would you like a Coke
Thank you.
or a Pepsi or something? And would you like a pretzel or a chip?
I'll take these. Awesome. Awesome. I've just been visited by a member of the flight crew who have brought me in-flight snacks and a drink. Look at that. It's awesome. Captain Arash. Oh my God, I've heard stories similar to this. I've never been in such a situation, but I can imagine how it feels. I'm very interested in analytical reports of incidents like this. Yeah, you know, and I see stuff like this all the time. This was a topic of conversation not too long ago. You know, they were talking about the Kennedy flight, and I am absolutely convinced, you know, when he crashed, the way he crashed, you know, it was something very similar. I mean, that just comes right to my mind when I see things like this or hear of things like this. I immediately think of those experiences that I've had as a pilot, and it's like, yep, I know that you know, if you don't have a lot of experience, it's hard to trust your instruments. It really is hard to trust your instruments, but you have to, because unless you're having a malfunction, unless there's a reason for you not to trust that instrument, it's going to be right, and it's going to tell you what you need to know. So you gotta remember that. Even as VFR pilots, you know, you learn to trust your instruments, your attitude indicator, and you know, your turn and slip indicator, and your altitude indicator. I mean, you trust all those for what they are, for how high you are, whether you're in a turn or whether you're in a slip, or whether you're you know, you're flying straight and level, or what have you, and they all play off of each other, right? You guys know that you're pilots, you know. I mean, if your attitude indicator, if your airplane is, you know, is in the orange or in the brown, you know, you're going to be flying towards the ground. Well, look at your vertical speed indicator. I mean, it'll tell you that you're also flying towards the ground. Look at your airspeed indicator. It'll also be gaining airspeed. So you have three instruments that are essentially telling you right off the bat, you know, that you're flying towards the ground. Same thing with climbing. Same thing for turning. You know, you have multiple instruments that you can use to verify, you know, to verify what's going on, to verify your situation, and, you know, to help you with that level of awareness. And that's, you know, you need to trust those, right? And that's one of a difficult thing for a lot of pilots is trusting that, because you can't see. That sense has been taken away from you, and we depend so heavily on our sight that it's hard to, you know, to trust, you know, that. It's hard to trust, you know, a gauge, but they're there, and people fly them all the time. In-flight snacks, yep, absolutely. You plan to get the Thrustmaster rotor pedal. Yeah, I use the Logitech, the Logitech rotor pedal. I'm not sure what the name is or anything, but I use that. Actually, let me flip my tank, because I've been flying on this for a minute. So let me jump in here. And oops, that's what you don't want to do, right? Turn my fuel pump off. All right. So yeah, that's you know, that's a difficult thing to do too. I just look up to people that fly without seeing the horizon ground. Yeah, sometimes when I do my around the world legs on Wednesday, you know, I do them. I always try and do them with real weather and on the VATSIM network, and you know, other times I fly real weather on the VATSIM network, but I just lighten it up so you guys can see the terrain. But since I fly at 8 p.m. Central Time, and this is the airport for Dillon, so this was where I was going to land, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to chat at this point. I've got a lot of fuel. Do we keep going, or do we land at Dillon and call it a day? What do you guys want to do? All right, I can fly a little bit longer. Yeah, me too. I'm thoroughly enjoying the flight and what we're seeing here. Thoroughly enjoying it. Fly along some of these features and let's see where we end up. Actually, let's follow the water. People in the past, when they explored, right? Lewis and Clark and all those other people, they tended to follow the water. So let's turn back over here and let's see where the river leads us. Let's do that. I follow rivers. Yep, exactly. So I'm just going to, let's see, if I pop in, you can kind of see what I see here on my map. Let me go down here and look at that. So you can see the river up there. I'm going to intercept that at about a 45 degree, and we're going to continue to follow that to the north. And we're just going to see where we come out. If I zoom out here, it's probably going to take us. That's probably going to take us like out towards Bozeman. You know what? That's probably going to take us out towards Bozeman. Do I have a favorite airplane? In real life or in game? Let's start by asking that question. Because in game, I enjoy flying. I enjoy flying aircraft like this. I enjoy flying back country. I enjoy flying, you know, like the X-Cub, Bush type planes. I enjoy flying the TBM 930. I enjoy that. Turboprop. I enjoy flying the Cessna. I enjoy flying single and multi-engine turboprops, as well as, you know, low, slow aircraft like this. Now, on Friday, I fly FedEx Friday, where I haul freight out of Anchorage, Alaska. Right now, I'm hauling it out of Memphis. And I have traditionally been flying like the 208 Grand Caravan or the TBM to do that. I recently started flying the A320. 3 takeoffs and 3 landings in the A320 so far. So I hardly know anything about that aircraft. But I've been trying to learn, and I've been like Fabio. You guys come from Fabio's channel, right? It takes me like an hour to get off the ground because I'm going through the checklist. I'm trying to enter everything into the computer. I don't instant download my flight plans. I put everything in the MCDU on all my aircraft. I sit on the runway and I do all that. I usually am in the VATSIM network. I'm talking to air traffic controllers, live air traffic controllers, while I do that. And that's the way I enjoy flying. But I enjoy flying the smaller planes, single and dual engine. I do fly the Cessna CJ4 on occasion. I enjoy flying that plane. But big stuff, I typically don't fly the big stuff. You know, like I said, the A320 is brand new for me, and I could take it or leave it. It's a lot to wrap your head around. You can very easily get behind that aircraft, but I enjoy flying for scenery, right? I don't want to necessarily fly at 38,000 feet. You can't see nothing, right? I enjoy this. I enjoy coming out and going to places that I've not been to before and flying like this. Real world aircraft, right? Kind of the same thing. Hugo, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm Captain Seppi, and welcome as we fly or have flown through Yellowstone and into Montana. Wicked Pissa. Look at that. Must be a tuna guy, or from Gloucester. But anyways, thank you very much. Captain Redbeard, thank you for the follow, sir. Thank you very much. In real life, the same kind of aircraft. I enjoy flying like Warrior, the Piper Warrior, the Piper Arrow. I enjoy flying in real life. The 172 to 150, the 152, the Duchess, twin engine Duchess. I enjoy flying that. I have flown like King Air. I've flown larger aircraft, but there's a lot in regards to that. I don't have any qualification on inline thrust, which is jet, just turboprop and complex, right? So landing gear and all that kind of stuff. But it's it's fun, and that's probably why I enjoy flying this a lot. I thought several times about going to Alaska and being like a bush pilot in Alaska, and of course, never pulled that trigger. Instead, I'm right smack in the middle of the U.S., sitting in Nashville, right? But I love it here, so it's cool. Great music scene. Thoroughly enjoy it. Learning a new airplane takes commitment, and seems like the coolest guy I've seen all year. Holy shit! Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks. I'm just there was a comedian a long time ago, Billy Connolly, right? He was on, I think, like Head of the Class. He was an actor on there, but go look him up if you get a chance. He did the skit one time where he's talking about flying on aircraft. This was, again, long time ago, guys, long time ago. You can find it on YouTube, though. He did this skit where he was talking about flying, and he was like, he got on this plane, and it was like this little crappy little plane. It was like all beat to death, and this guy comes out like wearing shorts and flip-flops, and he's like, hey, I'm Reg, I'm your pilot, and he's like, F off, Reg. He's like, the pilot should be proper and wearing a suit and epaulets and all this, and I've always kind of been like, I'm Reg, and I'm your pilot. That's kind of me. I'm a laid-back guy. I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt, my sunglasses, and I got my beard, and I got longer hair, and I'm here to have a good time. That's it. Just have a good time. That's all I want, man. I want everybody to be mellow and enjoy life and just have a blast. Just have a blast. That's what it's about. Right? Hopefully my beard looks this good when I get older at Captain Seppi. Let's see. It's good to use Flight Simulator to practice crosswind landings. Yes, it is, right? I hope Microsoft Flight Simulator gets better at it. They do a pretty good job at it, and crosswind definitely has an effect on aircraft. I think X-Plane has a little bit better effect, but you really need to get into study level aircraft that really respond the way they should, so you get the best practice, right? Because you don't want to necessarily practice on something that's not going to give you the best response. I've noticed that with a few of the aircraft here. I've practiced a few things, just some extraordinary crosswinds and the such, and you don't really it's not really the same. You know, when you're crabbing in and you're landing with you know, the yoke, you know, your ailerons into the wind and stuff, it kind of reacts a little bit different. You really need to get a good aircraft. And I imagine like the PGDM, the DC-6, PMDG, the DC-6 PMDG. I imagine that, you know, may react pretty well. The Just Flight Arrow, that would probably react pretty well. But I don't have the DC-6. I have the Arrow and the Turbo Arrow, but I don't have the DC-6. Hopefully my beard looks that good when I get older at Captain Second. You know, just grow it. Sometimes I think of shaving it off. Sometimes I think of leaving it. It's a high maintenance kind of a thing. I mean, I probably spend more time. I spend more time at the sink in the bathroom, you know, working on my beard than my wife does. You know, I mean, not that she's working on her beard, but I mean, you know, doing makeup or whatever she wants to do. I mean, I put beard balm in it, and I put lanolin in it, and I put other stuff in it. It's really soft, you know, and to get it to stay in place and not like look like this big bush, you know, takes a little bit of effort. So that just you know, comb it, and don't touch it as much as I do. I tend to touch it a lot, and that pulls the oil out of it. But try to keep it combed and nice looking, and it'll get there, man. It'll get there. I'm looking at being a bush pilot in Namibia. Wow. Now that would be awesome. How awesome would that be? That would be cool. Flying around Africa like that, that would be cool as hell. Pog. How long have you been a bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. I am who I am. I'm not, you know, I'm not, I don't pretend to be, you know, I mean, you get Captain Seppi, I mean, if you came over here to my house, I mean, this is who I am. This is who you're going to be hanging out with. You know, I'm shorts, bare feet, you know. I'm a fly fisher. I just enjoy, you know, I just enjoy it, man. I just live life. That's it. You know, don't get all wound up and uptight about stuff. Just try to do the right thing. You know, there's too much craziness in the world, and you know, I listen to everybody. You know, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. You know, I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. Everybody has good ideas. Both sides have great ideas. There's certain things, you know, that work both ways, and you know, people sometimes need to you know, be able to open their eyes. But that's I'm like kind of like the middle of the road. I'm like the guy that puts everybody together. You know, it's like everybody kind of wants to come have a beer with me, sit down outside, and, you know, have a drink. But that's it. Gonna do the Pilot Edge Sim Venture next week. I haven't planned on it. I haven't planned on doing the Pilot Edge Sim Venture. I've looked into some of that information, but I maybe I'll look into it more. I'll make a note of it. Let me look into it. Let me look into it. It grows at a point. It grows at a point where it won't grow any longer. Grew it for about 3 years, shaved it, and then it hit me same length for over a year, and it stops. So here's a hint. We were just talking a little while ago about product, right? For one, you got to keep it clean, but you can't overwash it. And get some good product. You got to keep it soft, because if you keep your skin and your beard soft, it'll grow longer, right? I've shaved mine off numerous times, and And you know, my wife actually hates it because she gets used to it, and I shave it off, and she's like, "Oh my God, who the hell's in my house?" But if I found that when I put good product in it, good, you know, kept it soft with actually, I'm going to tell you a secret. Here's a secret. A long time ago, about a couple years ago, not a long time ago, but a couple years ago, I was watching this YouTube video, and the YouTube video was talking about, it was this high-end hairdresser from Beverly Hills, and she was talking about hair product, and people would come in and they would get their hair done, and she would cut, like get their hair cut, styled or whatever, and she would tell them that she, you know, do you want me to soften your hair, right? I've got this stuff that I can put in it and make your hair really soft. It's like the best conditioner in the world. I can put it in and it'll be good for like a week or 2 weeks or something like that, and you'll really like it, I promise. And she used to charge like $250 just for this treatment. And she put this product in their hair, put a plastic over top of it, and heated it up a little bit for like 5 minutes, and then washed it out of their hair, and their hair would be amazingly soft, and people would pay $250 for this 20-minute treatment. Where she came clean, and she said it was coconut oil. So you get coconut oil, and coconut oil, it's kind of weird looking. It's kind of like a pasty, like kind of a lardy looking stuff, kind of almost. And I remembered seeing that, and then at some point later on, 6 months later or something, I saw some beard guy up in New York. He was talking about, and he's like, coconut oil on your beard, put this plastic thing over top, like the kind of thing that you put on your head when a woman doesn't want to get her hair wet when she's taking a shower. Take that cap and put it around your beard and heat it up a little bit with a hair dryer, and take it, you know, pull it off, rinse your beard out. Man, let me tell you, you do that, it'll make your beard so soft. And I was looking at some high-end beard products, beard balms and stuff, and they have like those oils in them, lanolin, coconut oil, and I was like, oh, people are using it. When I started taking really good care of my beard, I noticed it was growing longer, right? So that's a key too. A long time ago, I used to dye it too, because my hair is dark still, but my beard is a little bit gray. So I used to make it match the, you know, my hair color. And of course, I stopped doing that because that kind of burns your beard as well. Plus, I think it looks cooler like this, especially as it's gotten longer. And it needs a little bit of product in it right now, but it's kind of pulled itself in a little bit. It is about an inch and a half longer if I comb it out, put some stuff in. But hey, I'm off today, so here I am. But that was that. Let's jump in here real quick and let's take a look at our fuel situation. So we're down about halfway right there. And okay, so what tank are we on? We're on our left tank, so we're still pulling down. All right. Continue to fly along this river and mountain range over here. See where we end up. Yeah, the gray is where the wisdom is stored. Yeah. It may be. It may be. I think when I shaved it off, I did get a little stupider, but I'm not sure. But it's all right. This is me, right? This is me. I'm like the guy. I don't long hair, short hair. It doesn't matter. That doesn't make the person, right? It's the attitude makes the person. Maybe this just makes the person look better. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah. So I wonder how far Bozeman is from here. Actually, they're just like kind of flying along. Three Forks. Looking at little nav map. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go to Butte, Montana. That's where we're gonna end up. We're gonna go to Butte, Montana. That's where we're gonna finish up for today. We're gonna follow this river out until we find a highway, and then we're gonna follow that. We're gonna land in Butte. I bet there's some good fishing down here. This looks like some good fishing area. Well, I don't know. I may, yeah, the graves where the Bronus is stored. I don't know. This may not be a good fishing area, actually. I would hope that it is, but I see a lot of farms along here, right? So there's a lot of farmers, and I don't want to think that there might be chemicals in the water. There might be some runoff here, but you never know. You never really know.
So fresh, so life-changing. I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink, freshly washed cardigan, or the retired mailman next to you, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain flames. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
Let's see, I wonder how far Butte is from here. It's KBTM. All right, let's see here. Let's.
It makes a difference when a community has thousands of your jobs. It makes a bigger difference when all of those jobs are more than double the salary minimum wage. All Amazon employees make at least $50 an hour. Employees aren't the only ones who experience the impact of solar winds. Neighbors like Letty and Joel at East New Country in Bakery, Eastville, California, feel the impact of that extra spending. See their story at about Amazon.
Might be. Yeah, thanks for not saying. Oh, Butte, Montana. Thanks for not saying Butte, Montana. It's hilarious when people call it that. Yeah, Butte. It's Butte, Montana. Absolutely. Let's turn out this way and see where we. Hey, Boeing 747. Thanks for the follow, sir. Captain Seppi, I'm your pilot for today as we've been navigating across Yellowstone, looking at waterfalls, rivers, hot springs, geysers, and then into Montana and enjoying the scenery as we've been following some of the beautiful rivers here, and we head out here to go to Butte to wrap it up. Let's see. I still got my FedEx numbers on there from when I was flying FedEx Friday. I didn't change it. Okay, so we should probably. Right tank is just above 5. Left tank, how we doing over there? Nope, and we're still on our. Are we on the left tank or right tank? Yeah, we're still on the left tank. Okay, so we're still going to burn down the left tank a little bit more. All right. We appreciate it. Is it Alto Picks? Yep. See ya, man. Got to go to class. Enjoy you guys being here. Thank you very much for coming out. Thanks for all the follows and the love. We most appreciate it. Thank you very much. The open pit mine is a pretty interesting landmark. Where's that in relation to the airport, Montana Flying? Can we see maybe another water landing? I don't know if we're going to have any water coming up anywhere near us. I'm unsure at this point if we come across it. Before we get to the airport, we will most certainly make another water landing. Absolutely. Hey, there's an airport over there. Don't know what airport that is. MT-41 or something. Captain Redbeard, yes, this is a mod. So, Bush League Legends. If you do a search for Bush League Legends, they have this mod. They offer it for free. It's called the X-Cub. The X-Cub is a kit aircraft that is very popular, and this model is pretty good. It's not a study model, but it's pretty good. They have a Tundra variety, a float variety, a cargo variety, and it's a fun little two-seat airplane, one right behind the other to fly, with the Garmin G3X suite, instrument suite. That's the suite. So you get the 307 Garmin autopilot down below and the G3X Touch on the top, and it's pretty neat. What we've been flying today is just VFR, no flight plan. I created a bunch of waypoints of some things that I wanted to see around Yellowstone. We kind of took off through the Snake River, flew the Lewis River that was named after Meriwether Lewis, on their Lewis and Clark journey from 1903 to 1906 or 1907, and into the Yellowstone River, past the fishing bridge, up the Yellowstone River, or into Yellowstone Lake, and the fishing bridge, up Yellowstone River, past the upper and lower falls, Dragon's Mouth, and Norris Basin, where all the geysers are, and then south of that, the Old Faithful, just around to a lot of different places to Yellowstone. Made our way into Montana, and I've just been enjoying the scenery change from Wyoming into Montana, and landed on a river, or excuse me, landed on a lake, and showed that here with the float plane. But yeah, that was our trip for today. So Bush League Legends, and look for the X-Cub. It's like the X-Cub Crafters or something. It's a free mod, and they have several varieties and many liveries. So yeah, absolutely. Teamwork. That's, thanks for the Bush League info. Yep, absolutely. So we found a road. There's a road that we were talking about before. So that's the highway. An interstate, and I'm not sure which interstate this is, but I think this goes along Bozeman, maybe Butte, and etc. So if we follow this, I know that the Butte Airport is near this from what I saw looking at the map, and we'll see where it is, and we'll just make a VFR approach, land, and we'll call it a day. But yeah, it's been awesome. Airlock Dock, Captain, appreciate the stream, seeing your amazing setup and the chill vibe. It's past 11 p.m. here, and I'm off to bed. Cheers and thanks. No, thank you, Airlock Dock. Thank you very much for joining me, Captain Seppi, on my little cruise through the backwoods of Yellowstone, or Wyoming and Montana. Thank you guys for coming out and chatting with me and having a conversation and following. Man, I appreciate it. You guys just don't know. You really don't. It's absolutely amazing. You're all too kind. Thank you. Thank you. Join me anytime. Fly wherever I am. You know, I don't mind. You know, I'm not uptight. I'm laid back. You know, I don't care. Fly upside down the whole way. You know, if that's what you want, I'm down with it. You know, just enjoy the game. Have fun. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the conversation. Sit back, have a brew. All right, let's take a look at how that left tank is doing now on fuel up here. All right, we're just about even with the right. Yeah, we're about even with the right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for a little bit. $500. The mountains are getting close. The altitude is rising. The cumulus granite is starting to impede on our route of travel. So let's increase our altitude a little bit. Enjoy some more of the scenery as we start to get into some trees now. We're out of the treeless area. The scenery is just absolutely amazing. I mean, this is just killer, guys. It's just killer. Just killer. Look at that. Little pull off there. Little rest area. Captain Redbeard, I was fixing to fire up FS20, but thought I'd browse YouTube and Twitch. Oh, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you found me. You know, come out and, oh, let's see, we got a little bit of water here. Is this? I don't think this is big enough to make a landing in. No, that's not nearly, that's not big enough. That's not big enough. Well, you know, it might be if I came in like really, really slow. If I came in really, really slow. I don't know if I want to try it or not. That's pretty, that's pretty ballsy right there. You might not be able to get out if I get in there. Oh, you know what, guys? I see some water over here. So, do we still have people with us that wanted to see that a float plane landing? Because if we do, I'll fly past the airport and we'll do one, and if not, then I'm just going to land here in Butte. Yes, okay. All right, so we'll do it. So it's about, so you can see the airport up there in the distance, and looks like we got some water coming up about twice that distance from the airport. So I see it, actually, if I pop inside, if I pop back inside here, you guys will be able to see it too. There it is, right? So you can see some water right there. You see where the airport is right here off to our left, and we got some water up there. So we'll fly up there and we'll do another water landing, and we'll turn around and we'll come back down here and land at the airport. the water landings with the aircraft that have floats, it's a little interesting. I guess the physics really aren't there real good to make a water landing. We do have rudders on the plane, and when the landing gear are raised, the rudders are down, and landing gear are raised. Even though you can see them, they are raised. The aircraft kind of skips across the water, like throwing a stone. It kind of bounces. You got to be gentle. You got to be gentle because of that, and I guess that's just, you know, the nature of Microsoft doesn't have float planes, you know, and other people have made them, so there's a little bit to that. I've gotten stuck in the water before. It depends how deep it is. If the water is a little too shallow, you kind of get stuck in it. Because I've tried to coast up, to fly up to some islands, or water taxi up to some islands, and literally have gotten stuck. But we'll see what happens here. Hey, look at this feature over here. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Hey, somebody was saying something about a quarry earlier. Is this it? Is this the quarry that you guys were talking about in chat? All right, we'll throw our props in there all the way, and we'll back off on our throttle. All right, now this is where it gets real interesting. It's unlike a runway. It's hard to judge where the water is. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop inside. All right, we're going to try to do it like this. Oh no, this looks kind of weird right here. Oh, I got low fuel. All right, here we go. And then you just kind of skip across the water a little bit. Which is just the nature of a flight simulator on the water. And then that's what it kind of looks like, right? So there you go. That's kind of the water landing right there. And again, like you could see, it was like really hard to judge, you know, where the water was. So I got a low fuel indication, and let me go ahead and jump in here and flip over to my right tank. And we're going to raise flaps up a little bit. Let's look at what we got behind us. All right, we're going to get ready to spin her around and head back towards the airport and make a landing. But that's a float plane landing. The rudders are down automatically. I think there might be an option to put those down. There may be a command, but I got them down when my landing gear are up, my rudders are down. See how it kind of bounces across the water? See how it kind of skips a little bit? Kind of the physics in that, right? Just kind of just kind of skips. But again, you know, you can't see where the water is. That's why I try to land from inside the cockpit and try to use what I can actually see as a judgment for that. I'll go ahead and raise my flaps, and we'll go back outside and look at what's behind us as we climb out. And we got a quarry. All right, now we've got to find, oh, there's the airport right in front of us. All right. There, look at that. So we'll go ahead and get our gear down. See if we can bring her on in here with floats on. We got our gear down. Which now you can see the gear down in the back. Oops. Pappy's telling me I'm too low. Let's increase our angle of attack here. Get that white light back in. Come on, Pappy. There it is. All right, now get on our 3% glide slope here, and over the numbers, and pull the power back.
Gear down, land. Gear down, land.
Oops, there we go. Alright, we'll apply some little bit of brake. There we go. Oh, yep. A little bit harder. It's a little bit more challenging to land the float plane version because you got to judge the distance. Yeah, let's see, where are we? I just zoomed in here so I can see the taxiways, and we'll go ahead and get this one. You stand a little bit higher, and there's a little more drag on the airplane. You got these big giant floats on there, so it's a little more difficult to do that. Let's take a look over here. Anybody coming in? Nope, nobody coming in, so we're good to go. There's nobody over there. We'll stay in the taxiway. All right, let's see, where do we want to park? We can keep going straight. Anybody to the left? Nobody's to the left. Anybody to the right? And that was backwards, wasn't it? Anybody to the left? Anybody to the right? There you go. I do know my left from my right sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. No, you guys, you know, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. You know, you guys really made my day today. I mean, what a wonderful way to to start the week by having Fabio, raid the channel, which is absolutely incredible, man. How incredible is that? And you guys are great, man. All you guys are great. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for, I passed 200 followers. Thanks for, chatting with me and asking questions and, and all that. And let's just turn right here and we'll just park it right here. Do that. Hit the parking brake. Take a look at the outside, look around, look at that. We still got all our parts, all our bits are in there. We had a heck of a flight today through Yellowstone and Montana. T-Mark, thank you. Thanks for watching.
Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the bell for your chance
Jack Black, so serious Jack Black vibes, awesome. Whatever. That's great. I love Jack Black. That's flattering, to say the very least. Thank you. Thank you very much so. I'm glad you guys have fun. I'm glad you joined it. Colonel, thank you for being here. You were in here from the very beginning. Thank you so much for coming out and flying with me as I went through Yellowstone and being my wingman. And I had a lot of fun doing that. Sorry about your crash to desktop, but we had a good flight. We really enjoyed it. Again, guys, I typically stream FedEx Friday, and where I deliver FedEx cargo through FedEx Virtual, where I'm a pilot for FedEx Virtual out of the Anchorage, Alaska hub. Usually all around Alaska, flying to Kenai and Juneau and Fairbanks and Anchorage and all the different places. And right now I'm in Memphis, and I've been flying from Memphis to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, on an A320, 3 takeoffs and landings. And all three have been successful, although I'm constantly behind the airplane because there's a lot to do. So you want to get some hilarious action going on and see me sweating from all orifices. That's when you want to come and watch me on Friday. My around the world trips, I'm flying a TBM 930 around the world. I'm getting ready to fly to Greenland right now. Ironically, it's very close to what Fabio's flight is. I did not see his flight, until after I kind of started mine. We started in different locations, but I'm a little bit behind him. I am flying the coastlines of the world on my around the world trip. So I went up the eastern coast of the U.S., going over to Europe now. I'm going to go down the western coast of Europe, western coast of Africa, around the bottom, and I'm just going to follow the coastlines all the way around. It's going to be a long trip in the TBM-9. And then Saturdays or Sundays or days that I'm off, I just enjoy flying like this. I enjoy seeing something new, and I'll just pick something just to go fly it, like Yellowstone. So I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. It makes it fun to sit here and have a conversation. If I can make you laugh, if you can have a good time, go ahead and shut this down. If I can, if you guys can have a good time and enjoy the stream, then awesome. That's great. Then my goal has been made, because I enjoy flying. I enjoy doing this, and if you guys get some enjoyment out of it too, great, cool. Again, thank you very much. I got a cool little trailer that I did. It's got some funny stuff in it. If you watch really close, you might even see me with a crazy flight helmet on. But as I exit here and close my stream out, I'm going to say one more time, thank you guys, thank you, because you most certainly deserve, all the thanks, and thank you for all the kind comments and everything. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and about you know what? I'm going to, I was just attacked by a flying pig. I just got hit by a flying pig. Somebody back in the cabin threw a flying pig at me. I'm going to play my trailer, but while I'm doing it, I'm going to look for somebody to raid. So if you guys want to hang out a minute, I'm going to pay it forward, right? That is the thing to do. So let me bring up right now. Let me bring up Twitch and see See who's out there. Are there recommendations? Are there recommendations on anybody? There's a Dutch 3D pilot. I see a Dutch 3D pilot. Here, let me do this. Oh, you guys are gonna, wow, you guys are gonna see, that's gonna be crazy. Let's see, who, yeah, when pigs fly. Oh, that's awesome, man. Let's see, who has, let me do a search for, let me do this. First off, let me do this. Let me get rid of one of these cameras so you guys, I can turn that off, and what I can do is, let me do, oh, there it is. Look, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can do a search for this. Let's take a look. Let's see who's out here. Let's see who needs some love. Let's see who really needs some love. One viewer. No, let's see. Past videos. People searching. Simulator Captain. Simulator Captain. What's this guy doing? Look at this guy. What do you think about him? Welcome to Sim Captain channel. He's a real-world airline pilot, currently flying the Boeing 787 Dreamliner as a first officer. Let's see. Let's see if we can. How can we? Let's see. Guys, I need help. How can I raid this? How can I raid this channel? I've never raided anybody before. I need help. I need help. Let's see. Where am I going to click here? Collapse. I thought there was like an icon here to do this. Raid Simulator Captain. I'm trying. Let's see. Do I need to be online? Oh, I don't know how to raid. Guys. Whispers, Prime Loot. This is all my stuff. No, I don't want to do that. Share. How to raid. Oh, somebody said /raid.name in chat. So I go over here, chat, right? That's what you're saying. And in chat right here, I do a /raid and then his name. That's what you're saying?
No period.
Okay, so no period. So, and there's no, there's no comma at the beginning either. So I'm just going to do raid username. So it's going to be his username, right? So that's what I'm going to do is type in my chat. All right. So look, in my chat, /raid. I'm going to do /raid. And then his name is Simulator Captain. Yeah, okay. /raid /simu later. You can tell that I don't use a keyboard, right? because I had to lean all the way forward. Captain. I gotta be able to spell captain. I'm a captain and I can't spell captain. Captain. Alright, let's make sure that I got this right. It's simulator captain. Alright, let's see. Simulator captain. Alright, do I have to do like all caps like where he is too? Right? So he's got a capital S and then he's got a capital C. Alright, let's try this and let's see what happens. We're going to try this. Bam. Here we go.
Now, I hope we won't fly too close to these mountains there. Let's take a little bit more bank angle. There we go, 25 degrees, that's fine. And we'll level up at about 9,500 feet. Now this approach, guys, imagine we're visual, we have the training side. It is quite nice, quite pleasant, quite beautiful. But when you have bad weather, crosswind, rain, hail, whatever, this thing can get quite interesting to do it that way. Captain Sandy saying hello on Twitch. Hi, Captain Sandy, welcome on board. Nature Bar saying great defense. There you guys are from the raid last time. That was quite funny. Right, let's hit the altitude control once again. And level up here at 9,500 feet. Yeah, that's probably not how you would have done it in real life. Probably level up, you know, with a wheel first and then hit the altitude control, because that was quite a what do you say, a steep thing. Now guys, have a look at this intro